If you've ever been on a Bucket or Spigot Minecraft server, you might have seen some Bucket or Spigot plugins. Today I'm going to show you how to make some and how to put them in your server. Before we actually start coding the plugin, you need to select a good text editor or IDE. This tutorial will be focused on IntelliJ IDEA, but really, the actual coding part should work on any Java IDE that you choose. So to create the plugin project, just go to Create New Project in IntelliJ IDEA, and it'll bring up this window. So it should by default just be here on Java, so you can just leave this as it is. So just click Next here, and if you already have a Spigot plugin template, then you can select it here, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to click Next, and we will call it Example Plugin, just like that. So click Finish, and now we are in the actual project. So before we start coding, there's a couple of things we need to do first. So to go into the settings menu, press Ctrl-Alt-Shift-S. This is only for IntelliJ, by the way. So go to Modules, and click this plus sign right here. Click Jars or Directories. Now, somewhere in you should have downloaded a spigot-api jar file, Minecraft or Java jar file. So just select that on your computer right here. So I selected mine, and now it's adding it to the project. There it is. Now the next thing we need to do is create the artifact. So here, just click the plus sign, jar, and from modules with dependencies. And just leave this like it is. Now, by default, it'll output it to a directory in your project structure here, just here. But you can, if you click here, you can change it to another directory if you want. I'm going to just put it in Documents so that it's easier to reach. So now click Apply and OK. So now we can start coding. So if you right-click on src, you can create a new package. So call this package something like com.example.plugin, or I'm going to be calling it xyz.carks.plugin because that's my domain. So now we have our package, but right now this plugin doesn't do anything. It's not even going to be registered as a plugin if we put it into the server. So we need to create a plugin YAML file. So just go to New and File. This is in src, not the package. So just call it plugin.yml. You can see it's outside of the package here. So in this plugin.yml file, you're going to put a couple values. So the first one is name. This is just the name of the plugin, obviously. Just example plugin. And version can just be something like 1.0. Put it in quotes. Description, that's the description of the plugin. An example spigot plugin. And we need a main attribute. So this will be the main class of your plugin. So for me, it's xyz.carks.plugin.main. So if you remember, this is our package that we made, and this is the main class file that we'll create in just a second. If you want to, you can also specify an API version, but you don't have to. So now we are going to create our main class. So to do that, just right-click on the package, click New, go to New, and click Java Class, and just call it Main, or if you put something different up here, call it what you put. So now we have our first Java file, and to make it an actual Spigot plugin, we're going to have it extend Java plugin. If you use tab completion, it'll automatically import the correct class for you. But if you don't, this will show up as red, and then you can just navigate over to there and press Alt-Enter, and then if it's smart, that it'll import it for you. That's only for IntelliJ IDE, by the way. So now we have our plugin, but right now it still doesn't do anything. So we need to add an onEnable method. So just do it like this. OnEnable. So this method is called when the plugin is loaded into the server. And by default it doesn't do anything, but you can have it do a lot of different stuff, like register commands and listeners, etc. So we'll just have it print out a little message to the console. So we'll do system.out.println and just have it, let's say, hello world or something like that. So now, and if you need to do any cleanup for your project, like, I don't know, something like disconnecting from a database, then you would do it in on disable. That's right here. So you would, like, you know, db.disconnect or something like that. So this method is called when the plugin is unloaded, or that's when the server is getting shut down. So now we can go up here to build, and we can click build artifacts. So this will actually build the Java jar file that we need to put into the server. So build. So now it's building down here. You can see there's a progress bar here. So if there's any errors, it'll tell us now. Basically, it's compiling it and putting it into one file that we can just send over to the server. Okay, looks like it's done. So these are the generated class files. Look, main.class. Those are the generated class files, but the actual jar file is stored in documents. So if we see, this is the jar file that it generated. So we want to put this into our plugins folder. So if I just SSH into the server, spigot stop, this will now stop the Spigot Minecraft server, so that there's no conflicts when we put in the plugin. So now if we use scp example plugin guard at something like that. That's just for my situation because it's on a remote server. But if it's just on your computer, you just move the plugin jar file into your plugin folder, if that makes any sense. So now it's over there. So now we just go back into the server, and if we go to my plugins directory is actually a symlink to the Spigot Minecraft plugin directory. Basically, it's a software link. So if any files that I put into there will go to the actual server. So if we go into plugins, you can see our example plugin here and some other plugins that I've made. So now we just spigot start, something like that, and now the server is actually starting up. So we can see it going here. So this will take a while because Spigot, or actually Paper, what I'm using, it takes a while to start up. So yeah, now it's ready, and if you saw enabling example plugin 1.0, 1.0 is the version, and this is our jar file. So this right here, when it does that, it's actually calling the onEnable method in the plugin. So we can see it printed out hello world. So if we type in plugins, we'll actually see that our example plugin is here. So that's how to make a basic plugin with Spigot and how to put it into your Spigot server. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.